All right, that's it for now. Thanks for following along, and to anybody that's shipping in, thanks for all the support. If you're interested in helping me complete the ride, check out the website, the page up here. You can do Patreon or PayPal or YouTube members or Super Thanks. Just look for the little heart underneath the video and click on it. You can give me a one-time donation. All right, that's it for now. Bye. Thanks. Later. Woo!
Kind of a dusty looking morning with the sun, or with the moon just about to go down. It's almost full. I think there's one more day. You can see the ground is wet, ground is dry. Sprinklers. I'm just starting to wind down last night, and I heard the sprinklers come on. I'm like, oh no. So I had planned on leaving the bike when I first came in, I parked the bike over here because it was getting lots of sun, and then I pulled the bike, kind of tucked it in between the bushes so it was less obvious from the parking lot, and that seemed okay. And then I heard the sprinklers come on, and they were definitely on over here. I don't know if they ever came on over here or not. Couldn't really see it, but the street lights, you can see the lights are on still. So there's street lights there and street lights over here. And anyway, so yeah, you can see the grass is really green by the street light, but there's a whole zone here that's just dead. So maybe they just didn't put sprinklers back here or something. I don't know. Anyway, so I get the bike in here, which was a little tougher than it had to be because coming around the corner and everything. So I just set the bed in between the picnic tables. So my thinking was anybody over there would maybe not see me in the clutter. The bike would be kind of visible, but the bed wouldn't be. So nobody bothered me. So now we can wrap it all up and head on out of here. So it's about 5:45 in the morning now. Sunrise will be more or less over there somewhere. I got to get out of the trees anyway, so I got about 45 volts, 44, something like that. It's enough to get out of here, but not very good for going very far. Wind will be much less, and it's going to be about 99 degrees today. Like, I think yesterday the high was about 90 or 91, so it's going to be considerably warmer. So, yeah, I have to go find water also. That's one of the things I got to figure out. Is, I mean, the river's here, but I don't want to drink it right out of the river. After riding through the desert, one of the things that I took out of my kit was my water filters because I wasn't using them. Now I could actually use them. I don't know if I would want to drink river water, but even with the filter. But it would be a possibility. But my thought is I'm close enough to civilization that I should be able to get water just about anywhere I need, within a day. So I'll just keep buying a gallon every day and it'll be good. Okay. I'm gonna break camp. Alright, it's 6:15. The sun has actually been up for a few minutes. It might have come up closer to 6. I didn't really notice. I was kind of getting stuff packed up. I checked GPS. I'm 90 miles from Redding. That's more than I've ever made it in a day, but if I had a really good day, I might be able to do it. I think it's still a headwind today, though. And I don't have a full charge on the batteries yet, so I can't push as fast in the morning. But easy 2 days. So I set the GPS route towards Redding using the bike mode. It'll get me there without hitting I-5, and then I think after Redding we might go on I-5. So I mentioned Chico, that's on 99. I'm not going to go that way, so I took that off the list. I just decided to just push towards in the direction I need to go instead of going the other way, kind of thing. So that's that. I just wanted to remember this. This is kind of a rare luxury being on concrete. because usually I'm standing in sand or in grass or whatever, and I'm always getting like when I was wearing my cargo shorts and then go to put the bike shorts back on. Okay, take your shoes off, stand on the concrete. It's like, oh, that just saved me 4 minutes of picking stickers out of my socks. Little things like that. Yeah, kind of nice. So I think what I'm going to do, I found my old towel, and I'll take a bar of soap with me into the bathroom and just clean up as much as I can, just a quick spit bath kind of thing. And then we'll be ready to roll. I'm going to get everything packed up. So I got Gatorade made up, and I've got enough Cliff bars for probably 2 more days. And by then, there's got to be a Walmart between here and Redding, I'm pretty sure. So we'll get stocked up again. Alright, about 6:52, getting ready to roll out. Happened to roll by these guys. I don't know what that is. That's kind of cool though. It's like, it makes me think of, in the movie Avatar, the little spirit things that flew around. Neat. Alright, off we go. Yeah, breakfast of champions. Alright, so we're Dollar General. They weren't open until 8 o'clock. It's just now 8 o'clock. So I parked here seeing a car, and then they weren't open. So I ran across to the Dino, or the Sinclair, whatever. Got the water. And then as I was coming back here and refilling bottles, these guys opened up. I'm like, okay, go get some snacks. So now we're set. And it's 8 o'clock, straight up. I got 41 volts. I started with 44 this morning, so I was running a little bit too fast coming out of the boat launch, I guess. So the sun is getting higher now, so we're gonna get something. And we'll go. Alright, just wanted to get a shot of this. This is what the typical road is looking like most of yesterday, and I expect a lot of today. Some of the signs were for walnuts. I'm not sure what everything is growing here, but I think a lot of nuts. Yeah, so not much for shoulder, but some of these roads have very little traffic, and most people are doing pretty good about moving over for me, so that's good. Got my flashing lights on, and flags and reflectors, and life is good. Alright, at the moment, not much for wind, so I think in the afternoon it's going to kick up, so I'm going to try to do my best to go faster, but I don't have a lot of power right now. But this is one of the things I'm looking at. Right now I've got really good sun, lots of shadow, yay. But depending on where the trees are, if I had, if this was the opposite way, if the tall trees are on this side, I'd have a shadow all the way across the road. So that kind of slows you down. So it's kind of a toss-up. If I stopped, I could charge for an hour, but if I just kind of keep cruising at not too fast, then I could be going, another 10 miles in that hour. So yeah, anyway. So far, I shouldn't have any hills the rest of today, I don't think. Well, nothing big anyway. Alright, the bad news is we had a flat tire. The good news is it was an easy fix. Right side trailer picked up, looked like a thumbtack. So I got, I think, 4 spare tubes for those. So we should be good to go there. That's the first flat on the trailer. Wasn't too bad. Had to unload part of the trailer just to get easier access, but the wheel just comes off real easy. It's a quick release wheel. Just pull a pin out. That's easy enough. So it's about 20 after 9 now. Also, the other kind of good news. While I was sitting, the solar was charging, so that helps. Yeah, anyway, off we go. About 6 miles and then we're on Highway 99. Wasn't going to go that way, but it looks like it's going to be shorter, so I changed some of the GPS settings to allow it to go on highways for the bike mode, and I was
funny, when I chose highways and shortest route, it knocked like 15 miles off the route. So that's significant. Yeah. Alright, giddy up go. Okay, I don't know much about nuts. So I'm looking at these things. I don't know if that's a art project or if it's actually legitimate. That one over there looks like it's got multiple flamethrowers aimed up. I don't think that's quite right. Anybody that knows anything about how they grow nuts, especially 40 or 50 years ago, what are these things? Kind of cool. It's exactly what you'd think of in a steampunk movie or something. Anyway, just came through some construction. The flagger was telling me that on one side of the road was almonds. The other side had been black walnuts at one time. The black walnuts have really good roots. So when they cut the trees down, they grafted a different walnut onto it. I think he said English. So I thought that was kind of clever. Take the tree that's got the good roots, and when people quit buying black walnuts, they switched varieties, but they just grafted onto the one with the good roots. Kind of fun. Anyway, we got about 3 miles and we're on Highway 99. And we're going more or less northwest. That's a little weird. Kind of a spotty field of sunflowers. It's like, I wonder if they're volunteer, like they were planted last year and these are the ones that are growing on their own. Just kind of stood out. They're all facing towards the sun. I think that's sunflowers. Pretty sure. All right, the plan. All right, the plan has changed again. Hard to believe, I know. Let's get a little bit further from the road. Also, we'll find some shade here. So I was on 99. I've been, in my mind, I always remember 99 as a 4-lane road, but up north it's not. So the whole time I was on 99, it was a 2-lane road, with the exception of one small area that there was a passing lane, which always means that my shoulder goes away. So then I was off in the gravel for a while. Oh, this feels better already. Anyway, leave the bike out in the sun, let it charge up. Yeah, so 99 was only 2-lane, which is fine. It had a really nice shoulder, and I was running like 15 miles an hour, just cruising along. Everything is good. As it gets later, the sun is getting higher, so I'm getting more power. Let's see, did I mention the flat tire? Yeah, I think I did. Got a flat tire, just a thumbtack in the trailer, right-hand side. So I had at least 2 spares for the trailer. So I just popped it off, put a new tube on. I'll fix it tonight, maybe, if I remember. Anyway, so I'm on 99, everything's going good. We got about 30 miles to Red Bluff and 60 miles to Redding, something like that. All of a sudden up ahead, yeah, road closed, detour. So we're getting shuffled over to I-5 anyway. I'm like, okay, weird. So I think eventually I'm gonna get on I-5 anyway. I mean, that was the plan, but I'm gonna probably reroute and stay off of I-5 for now if I can help it. It's about 11 o'clock, I think I said. And I don't think I can make Redding, and I was just thinking, it's like, I don't have any reason to get to Redding. I mean, today, right? So I don't have to push it super hard. Also, in the afternoon, the wind is going to kick up anyway, so I think I'll run till 3 or 4 and then find a spot and pull off and camp. And I don't really know where that's going to be until I get there, because, you know, whatever, right? Yeah. So yeah, it was just funny. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go on 99. He's like, no, you're not. All right. Yeah, take a break. Mind the reflection here. For additional information, please visit our website, www.fws.gov, Refugee Sacramento_River. This is kind of cool. So they've got a section of continuous, what they're calling units, wildlife refugee or refuge, whatever, complexes. And it's probably not a life-size spider. Hard to say. So most of these are open to the public. Kind of cool. Okay, I've already lost interest. Never mind. Alright, about noontime. Oh, hang on. About noontime. Another dollar store, another town. Break time. Let's go find some shade. That seemed kind of odd to me all by itself. And I realized it's part of a Walmart installation. So this is one of their distribution centers between the towns. So based on how big those trucks are, that's probably 50-foot blades, which isn't necessarily huge anymore. I think they're up to 100 foot now. But for a single windmill, that probably does power that whole plant. Not only is it a breeze, but it's a tailwind. That's got to be good for something. Not exactly on the road anymore. So there's an area between Red Bluff and Redding that I didn't see a lot of surface streets, and I didn't really want to go on I-5 just yet. And I was trying to figure out navigation between here and further north, because if I go too short-sighted, I'll end up in a town and I can't get out of it again. So I was trying to like set a navigation point 2 stops ahead kind of thing and see where it took me. And anyway, so what I'm looking at is a way to skip Redding and kind of go to the west side of it and then come up closer to Shasta. So I had gone into GPS settings and made some changes, and then tried to get it to get me to the next point, and it couldn't find a way. And I realized why. Is it would have taken me on a road like this, and I told it not to. So then it couldn't find a way from A to B. It's kind of like Monty Python. You can't get there from here. So I was looking and I could see the lines, but it wasn't taking me on them. So I'm like, okay, let me try this one and this one and this one. And so I just set a bunch of short waypoints in between, and just I'm riding manually between the waypoints because I can see the lines on the map. And this is one of them, and I just realized this is at least 4 miles and possibly a gravel. It's no worse than the road I live on, but there's a reason I don't live at home anymore. This is it. So I gotta tread softly here and try not to use up all my battery in the process. I've been doing really good this afternoon, and now I'm gonna burn it out in the last hour, it looks like. Anyway, the other option is this wouldn't be a terrible place to camp if I end up doing that. A lot of it's private property, but there's plenty of tree cover, so I'm kind of looking. I'm watching the time. I don't want to stop before 5 o'clock probably, and it's almost 3:30 now. So I'll keep plodding along in this general direction and grab a spot when I am ready. Yeah. Well, it was rough, but it was only maybe a mile or two. Not too bad. So, yay, hardtop again. And posted. No, you cannot live here. Okay. That way. Tailwind. Yay. Not sure if that shows up or not. 43.5 volts, and it's 4 o'clock. Just want to see how fast it'll charge here. Taking advantage of the ruts to angle the panel a little bit towards the sun. You can see where my shadow is, so I would need to tilt it even further, but at the moment we are getting 2.7, yeah, about 2.7 amps. Oh, plus I'm partially shadowing it, so it doesn't help. Okay, let that charge. I'm going to grab myself a drink, and I'm going to go sit in the shade. So it's a combination of, I don't think we're on private land here, because it's highway right away and rail right away. I don't think there's private land in between. So my plan, for the next hour or two, I'll leave the bike there, at which point the sun will hit that tree and probably give me a shadow problem. It might even be sooner than that because the shadows are getting close. So I'll kind of keep an eye on that. I don't want to block this road just in case somebody does drive down it. I don't think they will, but you never know. I did see a mountain bike about a mile back on one of these trails. No person, just a bike. So that makes you wonder. Actually, that makes three bikes I've seen on the side of the road in the last day. Yeah, anyway. So I'll eat my chips, sit in the shade, and monitor the solar. And if the monster gets me, probably came from that hole, or possibly the other hole, or the other hole. I think that's too small for a fox. Guess we'll see what comes out. Yeah. We're not completely invisible, but at the moment I'm just taking a break off the road. You don't set up camp until it gets dark. Yeah. Plus I'm charging. I don't think the camera got it, but a head just poked up out of the hole over there. Prairie dogs, probably. Shade feels good. It was like pretty hot today. Playing with the light and the shadow and the wind, so one of these might work. Today was a good reminder of why I liked the idea of being closer to civilization. It's kind of a catch-22. That wind is going to be a problem. Hang on. All right, try again. So one of the things I was noticing today, and I thought of it before, when I was on the coast south of San Francisco, there was no dollar stores or AMPMs or Walmarts or anything. And that kind of got to be a problem after a while. So today, since I was closer to civilization, what I was noticing was I'd be riding along, I was like, oh, I'm getting hot, or I'm getting hungry, or thirsty, or, oh, there's a dollar store. I hit 2 dollar stores and a Wendy's today. So I got me a Frosty and some Cokes and some sweet rolls and, you know, all the good stuff you need to keep you going on the road, and a couple more Cokes and, you know, that kind of stuff. If I get off into the boondocks, I don't see that as much. So as long as there's a town, you know, every 20, 30 miles, I'm in good shape. That way I don't have to haul as much. So kind of work that into the plans going forward, I guess. Anyway, that's it for now. The shadow of the tree is coming out, so I slid out into the road. I'm going to be sitting under the tree, so if anybody comes rolling through here, I'll leap into action and run out here and stop them so they don't run over me. At least I don't have to worry about the trains. No matter how hard they try, they can't swerve over and hit me. So trains I like. Everybody else I have trouble with. And working on my trigonometry here. Add a little bit to the tall side of the triangle to get the angle better and aim it towards the sun. And unintended bonus, the back panel has a natural twist to that side. So I tried to aim that side towards the sun. Couldn't hurt. I'm getting over 2 amps of charge still. And it's 5 o'clock. And we're up to 46.5 volts already, so that's about what I started today with, so we should be in good shape. Now I'm mad at myself for stopping because I got a tailwind going north. the opposite of what I had a couple days ago. That's going to haunt me if it's going the other way tomorrow. But these things we cannot, well, I guess we could predict, but can't count on them. Alright, let's go edit some video. Alright, that's it for now. Thanks for following along, and to anybody that's shipping in, thanks for all the support. If you're interested in helping me complete the ride, check out the website. Put the page up here. You can do Patreon or PayPal or YouTube members or Super Thanks. Just look for the little heart underneath the video and click on it. You can give me a one-time donation. Alright, that's it for now. Bye. Thanks. Later. Woo!